Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Comrade Newton, they talk about museum where the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki they build for Benin City for Edo State. Make I leave you make you hear from Newton wetin you get to talk concerning the museum. Enjoy the video.
Even the people supporting these people today to start insulting Obaseki again because he changed Mowaa to become Mowaa. They are even with two children. They don't know they are beating their father and their mother. They think it is Rosie. What me when I'm working again? You think our God is very slow in anger. Go and read the book of Numbers 14, I think verse 18. He visits the sin of the iniquity of the children up to the fourth generation. Now it's breaking news. Governor Godwin Obaseki, a Mowaa to Mowaa. There's something that is happening. I saw the news yesterday and I was sent a particular Facebook whatever that these people they are lamenting. So that's that. I want to quickly, we are going to be addressing this and we are going to be treating the topic serially. We will be treating the topic serially. Before it was Edo Museum of West African Arts. That was Emowaa. Or Mowaa. Before it was Edo Museum of West African Art, Mowaa, and now it's now Museum of West African Art, Mowaa. A lovely and a wonderful day from here. All the patriots all over the world, God bless you all richly. All our brothers in Sudan that's facing crisis right now, I pray God Almighty will bless you, God Almighty will keep you. But also all our Senegal brothers, may God give you the strength to sustain and overcome whatever thing you are going through right now. We are in solidarity with you, and we also pray for you from here to make sure that transition to global greatness in Sudan is achieved, transition to global greatness in Senegal is also achieved. So please, if you are watching, as usual, do not hesitate to share, please. Very, very imperative that you share from your end. I have a very wonderful topic before us today. Very, very wonderful topic to enable us truth in our understanding. Because there's one thing you say something, another thing, what you are saying is effective in the life of the people. There is a reason why I came out in social media. I'm not here for my enhancement. No. I'm here so that we might be liberated by the grace of God. This is one of the platforms that God of our ancestors have really used to change a lot of narrative. We have taught people of who they are. We have taught them the kind of spirit they carry and how to manage it also. So, and it continues. We will not relent. We will not also give up. Because why is a fight to finish? We will not yield. We will not submit to any form of negative narrative that they may be pushing out there. Today, we want to be talking about some critical thinking, some critical things we need to know about where we are from. There's something I saw, or one of our mothers sent it to me before I went and searched it on media. I found out that it was true. Just give me one more minute. I will be introducing the topic right now. You know, this freedom of a thing is open for everybody. And every one of us were called by God in one way or the other. I'm not the only person that we are called by God. I choose to know whom I am. That was why I know I was called by God. So every one of us have a calling. But the most of the time, if your capacity is not enough, you can join hands with some other persons who you feel is speaking your mind. If not 100%, at least, that's why we support some certain struggles. We are not supporting struggle just because we are there for our personal selfish interest. We support struggle because we know this person is doing this thing exactly what's in my mind. That's why most of you supported Peter Obi, because you felt that he's the kind of person that can make you go through transition to global greatness. Not knowing that some even with the shenanigans, they are going to be hijacking the system and begin to support subsidy. That is how daft human beings have become. Supporting subsidy without making provision. And thank God that it's not all Edo are alien. So many persons have called me, Chairman, when I was listening to your message, and our people is so daft that they don't know the meaning of what they are supporting. Subsidy means these things that government use, some money paid to some certain entity that is making some certain production. Like now, you can pay subsidy in farming, give them money, so that when they are not bringing the fruit crops to market, it will be more cheaper. Because there was some certain thing you give to them, they will not reduce the price. Right now, you can pay subsidy of being that our land is no longer producing garri very well or let's say rice. You can pay the subsidy, the transportation. Federal government will transport it, pay with their money from Cotonou to Nigeria. So that 2K or 4K we're supposed to enter on top for transportation, federal government will cover out that one for you. Just because they are personal selfish interests. But we leave them to their fate. We are too global for that shit. We will not be distracted. We will keep on doing what we are doing. Eternal King of Glory, Ancient of Days, I lift up your sons and your daughter who you have been using by one way or the other to make sure that our activism never got cold. I thank God for your sons and your daughter that you have used to also bless us financially so that this work continues. Father Lord, I lift as many, oh God, who is bringing out their highest money to also help the needy through us in Nigeria. Their pocket will never run dry. I forwarded the pictures of the event that we went to yesterday, that our people in Nigeria went to yesterday. I forwarded it to some persons who contributed. We are still contemplating whether we are going to put it on media because of the security of those people, because their life matters a lot to me. So that you'll be aware that what we said we are going to do, we are doing then. There was one of our mothers I sent it to. He said, no, Baba, do women. No. You are not supposed to know. No. It's not for any other thing. I just want you to be aware. That's why I'm just sending this little to you. We have a lot of video we need to combine it. We may end up not putting it on media. We are not into charity in full. But because the way people to call us, what we preach about the Bible. At times, I asked money for people, not for myself. The gift I've received, I don't always ask for it. Even one of our mother that bought phone for me, it was after I made the announcement, I think a week later. I was even with somebody, the person is still very alive today. He called me and said, brother, yeah, what this phone, you know. And I prayed prayer I was supposed to pray. The phone is even here. I use it making broadcast. And anytime we do broadcast about that phone, I just pray the blessing will continue to meet her in a good condition of faith. So whatever thing we are doing in life, don't always see the person you are doing it for. Because I don't even know whom I'm helping, but I know I've saved millions of people. And kudos to one of our brothers. I told you guys about it because I love giving testimony. If you are a hater, be writing it down. When person bless me, I say it. I know some person don't want me to mention their name. He's in Denmark. He's a graduate, I think, from Ekpoma University. Some of the things that prompted him up, let me forget about the others because I'm not going to be talking about the other side today. He said, Chairman, I've learned a lot of you, from you, a graduate. That's why God registered the proud and give more grace to the humble. A lot of people today, their brain will never open to learn anything because they feel they know it all. Up to now, I'm still reading. I don't just argue. I put in the word, they go and verify. That's why I wear like the washing clothes. Don't not fit no one. I told you here last week that somebody promised me that he only wear with mineral. I went to go and confirm my account yesterday. A born again 100 euros inside that account. A born again 100 euros inside. So good works pays. So we will not compromise our value. So we continue doing our best. So all our supporters, God will bless you richly. You will never know no lack. As many who contributed in that book as anytime those children open that book to write, so God will always remember to bless you. Anytime those children, I think it was I don't even know. It was not where they even go yesterday was not even close to Orion. Because whatever thing we are doing, we don't do in our personal selfish interest. I'm not doing what I'm doing to make fame. I do tell people, please pray for the people who have donated this money. One thing I'm proud of, I know I'm saving people. I'm not proud of I'm helping money manager because I know most of them is not my money. But the birthday money that was given to me, I also added it to it. I think 3 persons gave me birthday money. One of our mother in UK gave me 50k. And also boss away, you know. Even when I try to say, yeah, no, we here, or say no, it's my time. This don't push me away from this. People, I even discourage people from giving at times. That's what I do. Not that it comes that much, but the way I announce it is like it's millions. God bless all of you. So that's that. Let's go there. We are going there right now. We are going there right now. So our brother in Denmark, in Danish, God bless you in a hurry. I saw your born again 100 euro. When a young one, so I'm really going to use it for that. I know definitely it's almost over you know, because we have a lot of necessities. We have a lot of necessity. People, you know, for us to keep members today in Nigeria, it costs us money. That's why I do appreciate people who help us. Because anyway, imagine somebody that you are using in Nigeria is helping you and he call you tomorrow. Chairman, all of us know what it is. That's why now one that they call any person for Nigeria where we no why because I've sold. That's what I know how to do. There are most relationships in Nigeria, you use money to keep it. Not that the person is not good, but try to meet up to their necessity. Very, very important. For those of us that saw the people that went, I think it was 5 in number. Even our coordinator, our main coordinator, it was the healers of his friends that they used because the car couldn't contain 5 of them. 2 were not, our secretary left with 2 uniforms, customized with our name. You know, one reach one hand, one not reach another person's hand. But not to talk about one we share. The uniform we shared before during the COVID. Some of them today we are no longer seeing them. So that is that. This is a movement. This is an association. If you feel you are tired, other person will also come and replace you. So, but one thing, I know God is not going to change his vision. Now, it's breaking news. Governor Godwin Obaseki Emowaa. Mowaa or Mowaa to Mowaa. There's something that is happening. I saw the news yesterday and I was sent a particular Facebook whatever that these people they are lamenting. So that's that. I want to quickly, we are going to be addressing this and we are going to be treating the topic serially. We will be treating the topic serially. Before it was Edo Museum of West African Arts. That was Mowaa or Mowaa. Before it was Edo Museum of West African Arts, Mowaa. And now it's now Museum of West African Arts, Mowaa. I think I should let me off this because at times when calls enters like this, the voice without interrupting. I know most of us is not really conversant with this. Most of us will not really conversant. This was some of the spiritual battles. These have been some of the things that have been going on. And right now we want to start seeing the physical manifestation of some of the prayers. The people who our God have chosen. Now God will choose some certain persons. You are to walk with those persons. Not that you are not powerful. Because you did not make yourself available. Because I want to be talking about spirit today. A lot of people, they carry spirit but they don't know how to use it. Some person that follow me today, your spirit is bigger than my own. Very, very. But I choose to know some technicalities about how spirit functions. That's why I could cancel you even when your spirit is bigger than my own. You cannot expect me who spend my time to study things, and you yourself that just wake up in the morning, your own is to go to work. It doesn't know how it functions. These are the difference. Some of the things we have been proclaiming in the spirit realm, which we have been shouting, the physical manifestation have begun to happen. That was why Emowaa have been changed by His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki to Mowaa. Now, let's be a little bit historical here. It was Edo State and Delta State was one before it was not changed to become Edo Delta. It was former Bende State. Now, before that Bende State, Edo were known as the Godomingo do land. Now, something happened along the line. That name were erased. A lot of people did not know the reason why people like us is still grieved. Why are we going through what we are going through today? They don't know. Now, it is restoration of our ancestral dignity. The restoration of our ancestral dignity. And if you must get it right, and if you must have your brain in the center of if your head must correct, your spirits must definitely know where they are from. And the kind of thing they are supposed to accept. That's why you see some of our brothers and sisters today, they will plant juju, they will go and plant the wrong juju they were not supposed to plant. Because that juju does not supposed to belong even close to them. Because they did not know who put them through. Imagine I'm coming to your land. I came with Spanish food. Automatically I started giving you Spanish food to eat. And the thing not master your body. Your body must get somewhere. Either you are going to give birth to children who are supposed to fight, no fight, because the kind of the way you were born is no longer like that. That's what we are facing today in our society. But people don't see anything wrong with it. Because the notion is, people are very proud if you see my wealth. But this same person has nothing in his head. People are very proud to say, if you see my riches at home, but are you rich in the spirit? Are you rich in the way God has created you? Are you having your real core value? Or your life has been adulterated? You see some certain misbehavior about some persons. Because there is a spirit that is confronting the real spirit inside of her or him. And that person we are supposed to do exploits. Who we are supposed to be will not be the one scattering, because there is a spirit that is fighting the spirit to take over the original one, because of there is something that person needs to find out. I choose to use my spirit judiciously. You may be highly inflammable than me, but I'm working on a realm of 5D dimension, while you yourself, because you don't know you are working on the realm of 3D dimension. That's what makes us to be different. That is why you were following me based on I could see what's going to be happening in 2023 from 2022. That's what makes the difference. Today we are going to be a little bit spiritual. I'm coming to that of a Mowaa. Now they said, I wrote here, when two power means, the lesser power will bow. Now there is this Armed Force Day in Spain. This Armed Force Day in Spain, there was something that make me to write it there. This very 1st of June to 4th of June is when they are doing it. Each state do their own different day. And the king today, the king of Spain today, Felipe VI, we are in Granada today. Now, do you know one thing that make me to write it there as a heading? Goat consider man they follow army. Goat, away, meh, consider match they follow army. Now, in the other day, in the coronation of this Charles, now they always use goats. They always use goat, and when they one sayan low, where do yan low, and we do go do yan low. Now, what does that tell you? And during this very fake coronation they do the other day, do you see that something like that were there? Now the Indians, whatever thing they are doing, they believe on that their cow. The Europe, they believe on that goat. And it was when they raided us, some of the animals they took. And they know that our ancestors, they make use of that, those animals. And if you check the originality of this word, for you to know that, imagine, look at how Indian. I live first sorry for about 200 or something. There was a train accident that happened in India. I first sorry that they have been showing it since yesterday. All our Indian brothers and sisters, may God give you the fortitude to bear the loss. It is not easy. A train accident, 200 or something people killed, about 800 injured. As of today, they are still trying to remove the train from the track. Our Indian brothers and sisters, may God keep you and bless you. So it is very disheartening. So only God knows what happens. Maybe the train stop on the way or something. But I have not really good detail. But no accident happens. Now, why did I bring it here? Let me play you the video clip. I recorded it from television. Let me play you the video clip. Goats. The one you call a wedo. Look at it. I will go to see this thing to this. Please, if we see it, just put it there that I see it, please. Because it's not clear from here. The last comment is Pious Osas. If you see him, help me write and say you see him, so that may I jump this thing. So if you don't see him, may I go where people for see him. You know, in our teaching, we always want to explain it to a layman understanding. So that when we are speaking, you know that we are speaking from facts. And we give you evidence for it. That is what makes our teaching to be unique. Not be saying in English we speak too much. And we are not dragging academics with anybody. But the most important that we have saved millions of people, not even graduates they couldn't save anything. Our professor didn't save anybody. Rather than they want everybody to die. So I'm proud of that. It is the God that my ancestors that used me to save people. Not clear well, but did you see it at all? You see goats there? I bet tell me say yes, you see goats there. I know it's not going to be clear now, it's not going to be that clear. But do you see anything like goats in that place? Please just write it fast. So that we jump this. Or I look for a way to see. At times if you are demanding for comment, it is slow, it's not coming up. God bless you, Pious Osas. God will bless you in a hurry. That is just that you see them at all. They are doing their this thing today. And first day, that's what they are doing. And please, don't forget to subscribe to our new YouTube channel, Inter Udu. INTEROUDU 247 TV. Follow the link below, then you get it. Now, we are going to be adding that one of Obaseki to it. I've already told you what's happening. Then through this very topic, you get everything clear. Now, the book of 1 John chapter 4 verse 1, it says, Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirit to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. Now, let me also read the book of 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 21. He said, but examine everything carefully. Hold fast to that which is good. That is to say, we have a lot of work to work if we must excel as a people. Now I don't tell people, I praise people here. If you doesn't have a spirit, I cannot go out with you. Now, is that left for me to also observe what you are using that your spirit to do? The Bible said, by their fruits, you shall know them. And one thing people don't really getting clear about the things of the spirit, your spirit can be hijacked. Instead of using it for positive things, begin to use it for negative things. It does not just mean that you are mad, then you are happy that you are mad, then you are misbehaving. You no longer control whatever thing you do. It's of two types. Either you are going to use it for good or you are going to use it for bad. If you take it today, the same Facebook people are using in insulting people's children, the same Facebook people they use in pushing narrative. I got my first experience and third experience. The same Facebook is what I'm using to bring out the negativity about the things of this world. It was the same Facebook we had that Obaseki said Emowaa, Edo Museum of West African Arts. But it was the same Facebook yesterday we also saw that it's no longer Emowaa, it's now Mowaa, Museum of West African Arts. So whatever thing that is positive can be negative. That's why it takes wisdom to understand wisdom. A lot of persons did not really know how things functions. Okay, now, if you read the book of Luke 22 verse 3, it was Satan that entered unto Judas, one of the 12, to do whatever thing he's doing. That's why if you make yourself available, God can make you able. God that created us, he said, choose he who you will serve these days. That was what Jeremiah asked the people. He did force them. So if I'm trying to acknowledge you as a person, that the spirit you carry, you are a special species. You have to go and diligently start doing things right the way it ought to be, otherwise you become a demon. And the God that I carry kill every demon. That's why when they told us they bring a Bonama Emie over there 600 years, he couldn't kill anybody. Even the people that brought it up, who were the Ohen, were the ones that have been misplaced. Some of them have died. Because it will come to some certain situation that God Almighty has to come in. The power will no longer be controlled by witches and wizards. The power will be controlled by heavenly throne. And say this thing will not happen like this. Because this person has not done anything. That's why today some people will threaten you based on saying they know they have a spirit. Why me I'm going to deal with you? The fight is no longer going to be between you and the person you are threatening. Mean that the power they give to you to say you not try to use it for intimidation, you become a demon. And every demon, the God of ancestors must kill them. So get it clear. The very day you start using it in a negative form, there's going to be a power who's going to be subjecting you to some certain things. This is what we must have to get clear. And the reason why at times you see some pastors, you go say every demon, do you know why they are obeying the name of Jesus? Because they know that Jesus Christ level has passed their own. That's why they obey. Because if you not going to obey, when this man will abandon you in the church, why you not come out? You will be sanctioned. Does not mean that you are really got a solution. They don't try to tell you that it's like you are number one man and you believe you belong to one court. Anytime you see a lower person coming, you have the right to tell that person, I say me you live here. Oh, but live here now you decrease. You want me to make a paro for your head? Korofo, I don't try. Oh, but you don't live here. Then automatically that thing will not work now. Me I just come out. I don't want me to come for myself here because if I don't come out now, if you carry me go board meeting, they'll come go beat me. That's why you feel demons are bowing down. When you have seen some certain manifestations in church, you see some spirit begin to vibrate. That spirit is just obeying because they know say Jesus Christ, oh now he had passed. It does not mean that it was even pure. Because this one was uttered. All those things are still controlled by the devil. But we have a core value. That's why I put it there. We have to restore back our sexual dignity. We need it. If you tell some other scholars from other African countries, people share video with me, not even knowing where I might have seen it or some I have not seen them. That's why I open up my line for anybody to come. Being that your mind is good, let's do it together. Until you start doing otherwise. People will always come and hear their view. Chairman, where we go now? Even this LBQT. This is LBQT. Somebody have explained another form that this is another form of depopulating Africa. They don't want me Africa produce again. Go and look at Kamala Harris. He's traveling everywhere, travel to Ghana. He want them to legalize. Museveni not your man, and Museveni now put death sentence. If we catch you, say you they do man and man, you they do together, or you want to do woman to woman, he death sentence. European Parliament, as we speak, they are surprised. Now the same law is in another place, but Museveni, as it be good to me, there was a time I was lay curse on Museveni because our brother Bobby Wine, the way he unleashed mayhem on Bobby Wine, I lay curse on Museveni. But today Museveni is also doing exploits by allowing the core value of our Africans, by allowing our traditional dignities, our ancestral dignity to be seen still in Africa, knowing that this thing is no good. Because while the prayer we are praying, some African countries, they are not realizing and repenting. Why did I even do my people like this? All those are what spirit does. A spirit that is not being managed well, then other forces will now hijack it and begin to use you for different missions. And what God sent you for was to come and liberate. And right now, you that was supposed to liberate, you are not the one sending people's names home. People, the real Ogma or Rimami Water does not send people's name home for them to be killed. Does not threaten you. He just pray and it happens. The fake one that is being manipulated is the one that will threaten you and say, you see what I go do to you. Now, any of my prayer I do and don't come out, it's not left for our God to do it. It's not left for the God of our ancestors to do it. And the final person that have the God of our ancestors, who owns everything, it is within our God and the God of our ancestors. That's why when I'm telling you here at times, I'm not trying to brag. If you say I'm bragging, I mean Medeiwa or Makame, I'm bragging because I know what God can do. I've traced it out several times with that number. Related to you again and again, the reason why we must have to be effective in whatever thing we are doing, and be very, very careful in what we put our hands. You see some native doctors that are negative, they embark on battles. Automatically they lose their head. You know why? Now God kill them. He was not supposed to use that power for evil. That's why you see somebody who have a natural spirit. He keep on doing something every day by day. God is promoting him. When I mention about our mother goddess, there are people who are supposed to be the reign of mother goddess. Because they don't know who they are. That's why they are not in that reign. You can have a spirit and you don't know how to manage it. You can't even use it for anything. You cannot teach about spirituality. But look at I'm just an ordinary person who come to you, don't have a look and don't have anything. But I can teach somebody that has shrine. Because I choose to know those things. That's why there are enabling grace at times God gave to you. Because I already said it here, if you make yourself available, nothing will stop God from making you able. We gave recommendation based on what we have understand about the things of the spirit, not because we are doing it. We've already understand it, and I try to I can even give you a recommendation of a witch doctor if you have been tired in the night. Please, you can call this number. I know where one day I interrogated this person. Don't let him help you. I do it. I do it, and I'm happy doing it. I give you recommendation. As I'm giving you the recommendation, go and call the person, whether I've ever one day call him to tell him anything. Because the faith I have, if I keep on putting you in faith, wanna know, that is not my calling. My calling is to teach. Why there are people also who are soothsayer. That affliction you are going through cannot put you through. Go and do your thing and live the life you are supposed to live. And this was how our father were doing it. They consult oracle. Instead of pastor to consult oracle, that's why today you see fake prophecy everywhere. Nothing they talk about Nigeria that have ever one day come to pass. We are thriving. Even most of us today we go through where our juju, it was because we fall in the wrong people's hand. And we went to go and carry what we are not supposed to carry. Because of Amanse. And the thing now we start telling on you. That's why you see some person today, the strength they have, they use it to fight unnecessary fight. Instead of them to embark on the journey, and God begin to give them more strength to put down some certain things. I know what I've declared that have come to pass in this very world. What have you declared? That's the question. Have you declared anything? If you have not declared anything, then why are you measuring height with me? Declare something. Make use of your strength. Make use of it. Say it. Put your name there. I said this thing today. I've said a lot of things. 2020, I make a prophecy. Today's coming to pass. Make one prophecy with your face on your Facebook. Make it. Let people come and ask you tomorrow. I tell you how our invader is going to live. Go and look at all of them that meeting. From a Mowaa, Edo Museum of West African Arts. Edo Museum of West African Arts. That was the first name that was given. But to the video or the movement Obaseki made yesterday to the site, he now call it Museum of West African Arts. Now, those things have a spiritual significance. You can see that restoration is coming back soon. A day gonna come, you will see in the whole Benin City or Edo State that Edo have been restored back its original name. Edo Igodomingo land as the name. You can't cover it for so long. That's why today, by the grace of God, we are not lost any of our soldiers. Because why we are diligent in what we are doing. We are not in the same platform. Funny enough, a man on our work with Germany, on our work with Italy, this one is doing in the UK, the other one is doing in France. We are not in the same platform. But it was the God of our ancestors that connected us together. Connected us together. Recently, a mother from Germany called me. Let me put this one here. He said for, I think 2020, she used to follow me. But I don't know what happened. Well, no longer see my video or something, let me not lie. Then automatically, some months ago, he said the God of Idu, our ancestors appear to her. This was the mother that said he gave us 200 euros to pay for children's school. You don't need to explain. I can explain. That money is not for me. I don't use people's money. I'm not a hungry person. Tampoko where I don't brag with riches. I'm not a hungry person. I'm not here because I'm looking for money. I would have been campaigning for APC and PDP. I would not even say I've lost anything. I've not lost anything. So let's take it easy. Now, to the confirmation, he said, he had the God of our ancestors appear to her in the dream and told her, well, go and look for Uduhu. Start following Uduhu. He said, well, you know, I will Uduhu. He go to media, he started looking, searching, who is Uduhu? She did not even know that God have already changed my name. A true life story. This is the day today that mother revealed this thing to me. These are the people I respect. Not people who could make unnecessary confusions. Now, when she mentioned it the first time, that God said there was a name, our ancestors called me. Because me, I'm not very inclusive. That's why I'm afraid of people who want to know everything about you. Know that they are sent by demons. They want to know everything about you in the world. They don't want to wait and let the time explain something. They want to know everything about you. Me, I'm not in a hurry. They allow the thing to, I don't allow the thing to play. Then when she was not explaining, she went further explaining, before she now knocked it to me that the God of our ancestors told her to look for Uduhu. Now why have you Uduhu? Or he now found out that I am the one. Now this brother now God said me I can't follow. A true life story I was told today. Now me you want to play. I'm not bragging with it. And how come that I changed my name? Because if God wants to use you, depends on the realm or what He's going to use you to do. He must change your name. If God has not changed your name, don't play game with people who God has changed their name. It was God that changed my name. I am not the one. It was not a nickname. Because that very ancestral name, he has molecules. Because that was the name that my great-great-great-great-grandfather Ugbowo, after he fought a certain battle, then that name, something we designated, power we designated upon that name. I woke up one day, then it was even online here, just that I don't even know if anybody can see the video again. On how I say I'm Baba Udu, I'm Baba Udu. It take a process of time before I now go and write it on my Facebook. I go and look for the day I deleted my Facebook. If you go to my Facebook now, it's now Newton Igbinigun Udu. That was it. God gave somebody that name. And really he found me and he see me. What name are you bearing today? What name are you bearing? Does your name rhyme with the God of your ancestors? Or you are supposed to be Igbinigun or Igbinosha, for example. You now want to go and change your name to Igbini Jesu. Automatically, your relationship with your ancestors is questionable. Now, but for example, if my ancestor recognize me, how do you think anybody can just come, you just kill me like that? How is it possible now? Look at what God told Jeremiah. And Jeremiah was telling, if you look at the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4, he said, and God speak to me. He said, I knew you from your mother's womb. I know you are going to be a prophet. What I'm claiming, I'm not claiming it as a nickname. These are reality. If you look at Abraham, we are not saying was first of all Abraham. The name was Abraham. When God wanted to make use of him, he changed his name to become Abraham, father of many nations. The Sarah you are seeing today, her name was Sarah. God will change your name. But don't go and give yourself unnecessary. I did not want to go and bring Janet Jackson to my name. Then I search out. There's something unique about this name. And people have used it to locate me. Also, the God of my say, they want to reach me right now. They reach me through that name, not even Newton. Because that is my identity. Your ancestral name is your identity. Now, if your father from his heart were the one that gave you the name you are bearing, that's why today a lot of people bear Aduro name. They are happy because there is no power there. That is why you are misbehaving. Or that's why you couldn't control your spirit or not misbehave. Somebody that was supposed to be a mother goddess, you now become a demon, hoping that you are fulfilling the dream. Go and see what people are doing. But the same mouths you are using is spoiling people's name. What they are using is for. A lot of people, they don't know why I stay on my lane. I did my day. Carry my name to anywhere. Don't to become a demon. And you will be treated like one of the demons who have died mysteriously on a backing on a journey. Unless here God is going to make you a messenger without a message. If all the principalities and power that you people are afraid of, they couldn't even press me in the night. Not to talk of an individual, an entity. Now, I'm too global for some one or two idiots to start looking for problem. Entity will look for me and they can't do anything. If you used to pray for me, don't pray again. Because the battle is of the Lord. I did send myself this. What you couldn't say, what I'm saying. If bullet come today, go to meet me, will not meet you. That's why a lot of persons, even yourself that is watching from the television, you are trying to say, well, your work is bigger than my own. If you are traveling to Benin, I may not go. Because security first. What Obaseki receiving today for those people, they don't know. At the same Domingo children would have stood by Obaseki. Go and see yesterday when I see some alien, the way they were insulting Obaseki. Now, you guys are not even listening, trying to pull ear down. Now, why he so years on Daigbe or my year no believe? Now, we that you collected our land from, you gave us a different God. If we speak the truth, you tell us not to ever enter our own land. A stranger is telling me not to enter my father's land. You be there. You are going to keep on facing calamity. Calamity will embrace you. Now, what it takes one man to liberate millions of people. It does not mean. But it's not everybody that is going to go to jail. It is not everybody that must go to jail. And if God gave you power to pray for anybody, don't begin to see yourself as Alpha and Omega. We are coming from somewhere. This very man, what I give to people, God will bear me witness. The river will bear me witness. When I was to travel to this very man, this animal in America never told me one day where I've been. He never watched road for me. I went to Nigeria and I'm there. Even after announcing the highest terror in Edo State according to him, I was the one that announced the arrest. He never gave me a spiritual guideline. You worry. He never. But here I am. From the little I know, I gave it up for free to people. He never. I went there as an innocent person. Thank God for my stepbrother. I think he got names Amudagbe or who Amudame. When a lot of people away, my brother, we are not going to end or end. You know, we be boy, yeah, intimidate one. In Europe, now what? But this very judge in America did not do anything. I went there, go and see the commissioner of police. Prison, what have you done? I bought the Nigeria ticket myself. You have told me this will not kill me. Nigeria ticket, I bought it with my own money. I was not going for my mission. I was going for the mission for people I never even knew before. What have you done? Why? I risked up my life. My hotel bill that I found it. It was only 50,000 naira he gave to me. 50,000 naira. Then I use a part of it and I pay a banner. 4 banner view are there now. 2 were by the remaining 2 was I funded the journey myself. By my own self. The video is still there today. I hear people speak. Do you know my sacrifice? Or do you think that'll be rosy? I will live my heart 22 days in the field of advocacy, humiliation and intimidation. But here I am today, standing tall, protecting humanity. If you make yourself a demon, you'll be treated like a demon. You think it's easy? I have a resume. Why was I not eating him? When it comes to a time, I've left him because of complaint. Even the last event we had in 2018, he said he's not going to come up because the girl he was following that time. Let me not spoil the girl's name. Or one of your friends in the tear video. I knelt down the Gwemi and Agbe man and the Gwemi for a pala or Adi. Have you knelt down for? Do you know the sacrifice I paid for humanity? Why was I doing not for myself? Even in my own make a nagba. Although I get with me, yeah, me man, Agbe man, you been in I must humiliate him. Go and tell him when you think I and I want me and Mado Soboy be social media. I want to pay him back over all his deal. Ungrateful element. What does soon when it not happen? Thank God for God. One of our mother in Italy, it was the God of our sisters who made that mother. Mudane new thing. If I'm blind as an argument, this is what this man did. Or he read the media, or he dota, or where Neno ma kokmu yene. Because he have done so many things in the night. But I pray they are you must die. Whatever you have paid, whatever you saw into my life, tonight I provoke it to see. Tonight I will invoke every power in the sea. You and my matter must be judged tonight. I'm provoking the spirit. You see a lot of persons at times they come with unnecessary excuse. Do you know what I've been through? What he knows he was supposed to use in protecting me, he started using it against me. He loge no ga agie okia, wa no no gbe loge. He loge ga agie o, wa no no gbe. Also ladi. I'm waiting for him one day. That's going to be the last fight. Nonsense. I hate when people try to. What I'm not doing for people for free. Nobody did it for me. I didn't get it from anybody. Me today, I'm teaching people. Teach you out of darkness. Bring a try to change a lot of negative narrative. But they rose up against me. It was between me and that useless PFM. They wanted to kill my enemy. But thank God, God sealed because he knows a day will come and will become a voice to the God of our ancestors. God vindicated me now. Who is now you? Do you know where I'm coming from? No, I'm young with me. I saw the very struggle. When he traveling, I pay my monthly due. When he missed up his flight, I was the first person that paid another 50 euros to Cynthia Degbe's account. No making the ticket away. No, then what have you done? I render out my service to humanity. I pay my dues. The records are there today. Now everybody call you thing. You come in the platter of gold. I gave you information. Then you don't appreciate it. Then you want to become a demon. I will treat you like a demon. Bring it on. I will treat you like a demon. Let me call upon the God of Osaboligo Onyanga. Then you will know that the very day you turn yourself to become a demon and disconnect yourself from this fact, my dear, you are going to be treated as a demon. There are demonic spirits. Our God, they keep demonic spirits. If you do to make it to be real spirit, then you can join us to do expert. Today, every person that come in, no one have not given solution to their problem. I must give you recommendation. I'm proud to say that. But nobody gave me the recommendation he would have given to me. He wanted to use it to break me down. People will say, why fear go let them talk before? Fear not let them talk. If the way they talk to me, I'm going to slap him before this earth will end. This is time for me to pay back. I'm to pay back, and nothing stops it. Now I've now become Uduhueme. I've gotten a name if he has before. Saloba Oligo Onyanga, as many who have helped, you want to turn my help against me. You will get your reward soon. I never even knew. Then I was just a naive. My mother had a fee herself. But he could carry out my name. But the God of my ancestors appeared to a woman in Italy. If I'm blind, may this water kill me. I don't lie. The same thing that go there to God with fear. Even when I'm naive, you couldn't do many, but we are women. When power down with power, the rest of power must bow. So that is the physical fight that continues. I'm not the type that brag the ruge. I only project the name of the God of our ancestors forward. I see people complain when you are not even labor. I even appreciate people that a lot of people today I measure their because of comment by yourselves. We are working I can know okay. Write this thing out. You know, okay? I don't even know whether it's a woman or a man. Even comment, I appreciate people for it. Comments. You go when you had the ticket arena in 2017. No security, nothing. No spiritual backup. Then all of you there, you saw it in the platter of gold. Nobody will change me. This is what I'm called to do. I'll keep on doing it. This thing is what I'm called to do. So the physical manifestation have started happening. Any person that chooses to become a demon, you will be treated like a demon. If God has connected every one of us together, the people I discovered today, it has been God that connected us together. The very day God connected us with this very of our mother in Germany and the husband. Order from Ovibo, no? Go and see what God is using them to do. He said, brother, they are counting. 200 euros. A bond again 200 euros. Part of the money when I'm yellow. Why am I going to be lying for? We are still having some reserved there in Nigerians' account. People feel they are feeling pains. Up to now, do you know how many uniforms I got in the PFF? It might have any amount to wear PFF, but people are proud to wear IRCP shirts. Some people, you don't know where one guy is coming from. He right now saying subsidy is good. Because that is how you brainwash every one of you. Subsidy is the best thing. And you don't know the meaning of subsidy. And none of these alien abroad, they don't know the meaning. Don't define the subsidy. Some people were thinking subsidy is one kind of thing that will be affecting the economy. Yes, a cabal levara we know. But they want to make provisions before removing it. Be waiting for what is going to happen in Nigeria if they don't have go and look at Kenya. Go and look at Senegal. Allegedly yesterday to what they have showed in the news, about 9 people have died for protest. The opposition leader party have been there for 2 years now. They say they spoil the youth. The president they want Tottenham. The opposition said no. 9 youths have died. Go and look at Senegal. Senegal is 5 billion population. Population of Lagos, Senegal. Go and look at Dakar. They are turned upside down. Go and look at Sierra Leone. Change their political terrain, but we can't do anything. Not even one protest we had in Nigeria. They went and take over their presidential villa. They drove the president away. But we want to fix everything by talk. Know yourself, you can't know. Your sexual dignity, nobody cares. That's why right now, I'm praising people. If you are mad, you are good. Turn yourself to become a demon. A pastor can abandon why you have a church. I gave you respect. Who you are today, and the one that pronounces upon you where you are one of the best persons Aloba create. So don't go and lose your head. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. There are people that have mouth like me. They used to do all manner of things. Go and see how people are, comment people are writing in YouTube. Thank you for the awareness. If some person thinks it's not going to, according to their personal selfish interest, they begin to tag different names. Now you don't know more than our God. I told you guys here, both trustees, when we intensify this fight, we start talking about the traditional religion and all of that. A board of trustees sold me up. He sold me for free. I never mind. I move on. I pick my remain and move on. I pick my remain and move on. It is not everybody that started doing that going to end it. But my next prayer is that as we start it, let's end it together. I'm not the type where maybe we dinner, I don't drive anybody. We don't put for some right now in the platform. The freedom is not in the platform, it's in the feed. After our video, go and drop your comments. Thank God for a social bar today. That's one of the best restarts I have seen. And also get David. They are in two platform there. A social bar, man, and Abio. But what he know about his own ancestral, whatever, ancestral background. Some alien, they don't know it. Some alien, they don't know it. Go and look at, flood the platform with informations. All we research here. Common spirits we have. We need to torment people. Why we have a lot of fights. We have a lot of battle ahead of us. We have so many things to do. When the movement rose up against PFN, they couldn't do me anything. The whole everybody, it took some certain persons who knows the truth and it stands. Please, don't get bugger you. I don't want anybody to change me. Everybody get the way they did. Everybody should manage our business. I'm not the type that bad the finger that fed him. What do you feel you have done? I've done more than that. Do you know how much is ticket to Nigerian hotel for 1 month? Do you know what it takes? I don't think you know it. You don't know the risk I'm taking now. Nobody talk about the risk. They always count about the little thing they do. You don't talk about the risk. You don't talk about the risk because I was born in the way you have, but Jesus Christ is here. I'm not Jesus now. Who like it pass me no day. But I've zeroed my mind to make sure we must have to speak the truth. I was talking to one of our brothers in Italy just now. He said, Chairman, thank you very much. People are calling every day by day. People are wondering, Chairman, you open your door, you are very accessible. Upon how spiritual your work is, you are very accessible. When I hear earphone, receive a phone. If you watch it now, the earphone I'm using right now is different from the other one. Because the other one, or you make a noise. He may do a to extra. If I'm walking laying bricks, he will talk to people on phone. If my boss don't want to take it because I told them before I started any work, I have something I'm pursuing. What I'm pursuing is bigger than this very work. My people are in pains. We need to liberate them. That's why any call that comes, call it tonteria. That's why there are people right now, no matter where I am, I have to pick the call because they want to pass on certain information. I've seen people complain. These are people who they are not vast in Galilee. I give you proofs scripturally and otherwise of what we mean. So go to Facebook. Go and begin to ask yourself what will result to Obaseki changing Edo Museum of West African Art. Think I'm correct. Edo Museum of West African Art. It now become Museum of West African Art. What makes Obaseki to remove that Edo? And what we are about to see. I know a lot of you are Kali. Oh, we're going to name event. You don't know what you are doing. And if you are doing go to children, my dear, go and search out. Stop fighting your father. Your father is not happy that you are fighting him. Don't go and kill yourself. The rest of that person, they can do it. He have a problem. But you will do. Don't stop fighting your father. What is coming, you can't stop it. That's why most of you were so naive and useless. That's why God never appeared to you in the night. The God of your son never revealed to you, "Well, my son, don't do this." Because there was a lot of things that was lacking. You think I just gotta come out. You think this? A lot of people does not know how God speaks. He gums the word in your heart. He enters and nothing removes it. That God has spoken. That's why nobody can bear me. Let anybody go. I will remain in this very activism. Right from time if fight won't happen, I said it. I think the first day. If some fight won't happen, I look and say your status quo. You cannot be able to sustain what I'm about to do or what they're about to do. I tell you to go home. Chairman, I'll call you later. I brought me they go. There was one guy who follow work. That was a 2009. It was all those Dominican guys or very advancing. I work with him. I don't want to mention the guy's name. The guy I can't remember imagine. Because the guy was not having resident I was having. Then work with him. After some days, the work can't finish because we have to travel from here about 1 hour 10-minute journey. I am for Musi at that side. A lot of people will know it from where I am right now. You know. So when it comes to dinero, the guy can't prosecute me up and down. But you now can't tell my friends, okay, don't worry. If only I can see this man, anytime I see this man, we'll give my money. So when we come across the man, this guy not get by the fear. Now it's okay, may you not come say this matter. I want to draw this man money. Where are you? Me and this man will fight to stupid. But as you know, that was the very day he gave me my money. Later I called him. Oh, but guy, I can't take your money. Now, as you can carry two for what's the problem? Now, you want now, I don't want to do I'm more than now my money you won't give me. My friend don't want my own. My friend don't afford this, my own for this. He can't the money give me. I read there, I give my friend. Because I don't say police come. They must want carry and make them go give an exposition. That is who I am. That is my nature. I'm born to do this. Not be today start. I'm not doing what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll go change man. Change man for what? If I say oh, one idiot today and forever I say one idiot. Bring it on the street. If you used to be a friend, let no demons use you. Let these people come figuratively by themselves. Let bring it on the street. I'll be calling you, carry your armor, carry your sophisticated weapon, bring it on the street. And then you will know that my military might is both in social media and honorary ground. I put death for head. They know they use death, they threaten you one make it die. We have to do this for our people. And our core value must be restored. Our sexual dignity must be restored. I've already got him on sexual dignity. That's why I could sound the way I'm sounding. You have to also go and look for who your father is. Not that fake name you are bearing. I'm Uduhueme. Udugelehueme. I want to do women when I am a bogbe, Deborah Pagbe, Guakevakpa. I'm afraid. Do you think after doing any video I can't fear? Yawawe Wufone, Igbere Kekena Pen, I'm going. But one thing I'm careful for these days are friends. I'm very, very mindful of friends. Because they begin to enter so many friends to make sure they fulfill their dream. If you are that friend tonight, I make you a messenger without a message. If you are that friend they are going to use to fulfill their dream, I make you a messenger without a message. That demon that have entered you, tonight I cast it out in the power, in the name of the God of the Imidu. That's why I'm mindful of a friend now. Enemy within. Una the Kano were sold out not by Nigerian government. It was sold out by the people it bond with. That's why the book of Matthew 10, precisely verse 36, say, Mazo enemy is a member of Israel. The problem I have right now is the people surrounding me. And pray as many that try to make himself a devil to be used. Salobo Ali Yunyaga. Or turn the face against it. That's what you should do. If you know you value what we are doing. I'm very mindful of friends. If friend did not sell you out, nothing can do it the other day. It was Julius Caesar's friend that stabbed Julius Caesar in 23 places. Julius Caesar would have been able to sustain the wounds. Because when the time he know it was his best friend who stabbed him. That was how Julius Caesar gave up the ghost. It become betrayal when it comes from a person you never expected. The fight that is difficult for me to fight is a fight of a friend. I don't know how to fight friends. I don't know how to run away. Cannot your one at your belly. The most difficult fight, Newton will easily fight and win, is the fight of a friend. Because the prayer I prayed for you, it is difficult for me to renounce it back. It is very difficult. Not today. It can take me 1 day to win an enemy, but it can take me 100 years to win a friend. Because my own for you to repent and realize your mistakes. It becomes betrayal when it comes from the person you least expected. Why did they succeed in carrying Jesus Christ away? According to the story. Because for the blood of the trustee. I do some certain preaching ahead. So that it was Joseph's brother that sold him. Can't kill his brother Abel. So if you want to do anything, just go and reason those things. What did they gain out of it? That was how Nnamdi Kanu was invited to Kenya by the board of trustees. No, they have already arranged on how they are going to sell him out. That's why I don't travel anyhow. For quite some time, I don't travel. If I'm going to travel, I go with my car. I make some journey at times. A full day driving. I'm on my car. I don't know why. There are a lot of things God have not permitted me to do. Because I am a special species, but not to you. I still have a lot of things to do. I have more people to see. I fought Zeta Crew. It's in my resume. I fought to Omicron variant. It's in my resume. Not to talk about the negative narrative that will be changing. What about if I was arrested that very day? Can you come and bail me? Or take care of my offspring? A lot of people don't know what it takes. They look at the pace they feel. Do you know the energy and the synergy I use in this and this world? Or do you think all these things don't come from a knucklehead? If I have not make myself available, how will God make me able? If I were to be using this voice to fight for this same opposition, that now only name they change now, am I swan and one male? They are already lamenting. A name has not been changed from Emowaa to Mowaa. Edo Museum of West African Art. In that change to Museum of West African Art. Only that Edo 3-letter word, they are dying. But what to talk about the people you put on social objection? You use charms and everything to hold them. You now make the people feel the children of Idu Igodo Megodo, as soon as Yagbolu, they achieve something in life. That's what they do today, they claim it. If you see my achievement, because you mowed blocks, are you kidding me? When your mate are inventing something, your mate were the one who created this very narrative. No believe. Nene sumet mabe na yawe. Umame blocking yagbe. Then that's the greatest achievement. Because you don't know that they exploit you already. A you that takes shelter at the highest achievement. Oh, when my Jordan, I'm not doing 10 years. I am what he says. I said your last week here. Oh, when my Jordan, Emowaa can't do. I'm not criticizing you, but don't use your achievement to achieve any to convenience anybody. Your problem is not my problem. My problem is to see people happy. Your own is to see people die so they'll be watching from your spare or your duplex. My own that is what I come to. I love humanity. That's why I put it today. They are giving him sanction of arrest. They will arrest him. Do you know how many billions of dollars? Do you know what? Can your money launch one misa? Can your money launch one misa? Do you know thousands and millions of euros to launch one single misa? Are you kidding me? That to say you are senseless. Elon Musk have never come on media, the richest man in the world, to say he has money. This is how they brainwash us. They make us to see that the little we are today will be comfortable with it. That's why we don't do any event. We don't invent anything. We continue with that same narrative. That's why today they also go to belittle their children. As soon as their children build as near their own, my son, you don't try for life. I collect from you to give to the people because there are people that miss it. I use my voice to collect, to give to the people. Thank God for the people that helped one of our members. He lost his mother and his father the same month. I think we raised almost about 250 something thousand for that young lady. For those of you who have seen that picture, we know you know me, that is the lady. That's why you know they use association mentality play. The people who have been with us, I have gave a deadly recommendation nobody can ever give. I gave it to one of my members. I gave it out. A deadly, that is, nobody can do it. Because you are a member, that's why I go that length. You cannot be suffering. I'm there as a leader. I have to swing it to action. At times I use my money to pay for deposit for some certain issues. My own money. Not in my word this thing will happen. I'm not just a leader who always want to get from people. It's what you can give, you can get. I know they pray me my member suffer. I know they pray me anything I put to my member. Because when man have here, maybe I'm a leader with distinctions. Despite my commitment, who will do the kind of fight I'm fighting? Who will do the kind of fight I'm doing? Who is doing it? Now, if not we, who have made ourselves available to tell these women with the shenanigans that what they are doing is bad, will you can you say it with your mouth? Now I'm helping you to say it. What you cannot say because you are not opportune or I'm helping you to say it. But most of you that lost billions of nairas in the church, your pastor will not have the physical enemy. Even the devil will band it. They don't see the devil. But the devil we are fighting today, he said we are not wrestling against flesh and blood, but against principalities and power. Our principalities and power, you know where they are. You know that they are in the house. I have told you where they live. I told you their address. Their address is Owanowa in Ring Road. That where you were buried. Pulling you from their hands. For you to reconnect yourself. I don't told you about how somebody confirmed that go and use Uduhueme to look for this man. And he started setting for Facebook or to find out that, okay, now this man be Uduhueme. A recommendation. I give him. Mute is not person you can fight. Hey, a big boy. Just jump from inside this place. Just jump from inside this place. There is another power that is coming that is going to consume you again. If you come out from inside this place, that way you mami water, there is another power that is coming to come and also swallow you. That's what people don't know. You don't pray with grace. I don't intimidate. I don't fight people that carry spirit. That's what I told you just now. Una mo spiritual, my friend. Una aloe. It is. Have you ever seen me one day? The people were in the same struggle together, you are bullying. I don't saga them. Whatever thing they do, I bear it. We have our brother in Germany. The opposite of what I was doing in election is what he was doing. I never wanted this one feel here or this one. I will not do that. I never wanted no one sagging. We didn't know from Adam. But I saw him on media. You see, that was what all beer the other day. I categorically wish him. Congratulations. A lot of people don't know. When we say nobody can battle with the law, we don't know. That's why people deceive themselves. Well, when they should run, why the name is anybody? Because the God of ancestors have make it empty. Or why empty? A thing in the road. When can a thing a thing there? Go and look for where is. And where your father, some of you, your father have. Your father. Please, if you are the type that I comment, first of all, go and settle, you will be saying it. Because it's about to get down. As it's getting down in Edo State, getting down in Africa, it's getting down all over the world. It's getting down and always stock some food. Because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Stock some food. Don't become somebody who has this enough for the African shop. Stock it. At least have is enough for a home that can also take you the yard like basin. Have water at home, they always so at least 10 days. If you have money, stock some food. It will get down one day. And we don't know the day. Things are changing. You have to think along with the changes. I'm the mouthpiece of our ancestors. If we get a door back tomorrow and the turn becoming do Godomigo, now we go to stay there. I do ask our mother goddess. That's why I keep on laying emphasis. Oh, Newty, thank you. The people honoring me. That when Massey has Gaya now. I don't understand how some people do things. Huh? Or where in the book of Proverbs, or where a man's own gift will make a way for him. He make it sit among kings. A gift he made or make a way in him. Irioja. I just gave you a booth and an unload just now. Imagine my own. What you are getting for free. Amari amen for protection and anything. Rather than they use it against me. But God still. I am a divine project, not to be abandoned. I am a divine project, not to be abandoned. I am a contract to my God. He will never abandon me until he finishes contract. Oh, in my life. I am a divine project. Whether you like it or not, I am waking on. It's in the book of Exodus, 3 verse 14. He said, what am I going to, who am I going to say that sent me? He said, Moses, tell them, I am that I am. I've sent you. Be that God is my father, and I happen to be here to the throne of my father. I am that I am, which is Uduhueme. He's speaking. You can't do more than a dead rat. It's an ignorant for a rat to call a cat for a fight. Very, very ignorant. Ofin. Or Tiologbo Bivin. Very, very ignorant. We know our common enemies. So do not make yourself one. You will be flogged. You will be flogged sincerely. You will be flogged. Allah. I will give the God of our ancestors time to flog you. Forget the narrative they are given to you. That's why Pharaoh couldn't do Moses anything. Go and read your Bible, you can't read. I read the book of Exodus 4, 19 or 17, read it there. I know it's Exodus 4, 17 or 19. He said the people that sought to kill you, said they are dead. I'm very proud in these very areas. Because I know we have been set aside for this mission. And the signs are there. I'm not talking, have I ever talked one day where I got the highest degree in school? But what I have done in media, I did not do it academically. It has been the grace of God. Also make yourself available so that God can use you this. We need more people. We need more people in this activity. So open up your Facebook, show your knowledge there, prophesy, and let it come to pass. Let me also be your member. Let me also be your member. I will come and join your platform to see how you lead me to some certain process of time. The first good is to do Godomingo the Son, who come out categorically and come and tell you where Jesus Christ is fake. I'm the first person, which I know. And today I'm giving you the facts. How Pentecostal were created in 1901. Go and check it. God did not even say you need to look for. He did not even say you need to look for Newton. He said look for Uduhueme. The name was already on my Facebook. I've already bear Uduhueme in YouTube. Ah, okay, Uduhueme. Our mother, she called her husband. This is the man. This is the man. I don't create chamber as if I can prophesy. No. I give people recommendation. As you are just telling me, I've already know your problem. If I can cancel you, I cancel you. If I can't cancel, I'll give you a recommendation. Go and meet the person. Negotiate with him. I love doing it. That's what I feel I can do as at that time. I don't take other people's glory to my own. I don't do that. If I do it, the grace of God will go. Many are called, few are choosing. But the most important is that let us be among the choosing ones. And may God not let enemies begin to use us to fight what we are not supposed to fight. That's why there are a lot of things that will become. That's why enemy cannot use me to fight person we are in the same struggle together. If I call you a mother, I call you a sister, I will never fight you. But I can teach nonsense out of you. If you do your, we teach nonsense out of you. Because nobody you are going to tell that will believe you, no matter you try to print it. Nobody you will tell. One of our board of trustees up till now, all on the social media, remind me of the Facebook. It was a sister and a mother. And today, now, she was a freedom fighter. If that, now a renowned freedom fighter, a female for that matter. A freedom, that, a born again freedom fighter. But gave herself. I told my coordinator in Madrid, let me not mention his name. I don't know how to indict people. I told him, this person is Eriokaji. Angelegele Eriokaji. So let's not give ourselves for the devil to be used. I don't pray bad prayer for friends. Can I tell you one and tell your belly? My next prayer is that every one of us should be saved. Because the sky is too big to have an accident. What is coming? Only me one. When I read Oni or Magba, that I want everybody, both to delay usually I want everybody to be saved. No only man who or you. No only man diagmoya. Let's appreciate good things. Let's wake up from this mental slavery. We didn't too much talk about tradition today, about religion today. Tradition was also created. This is not our tradition. Do mind anyway. You do it godo. Don't use the children to drink water. If you mind anyway. Idu, for those of you that have Idu as an ancestors, or if you are from Idu Godo land, Ogisoyo Manwame, that is not a cover you. A good father doesn't only a sign of a bad father. A lot of you are carried away. That is how you are going to ignorantly kill yourself. You yourself that the God of your soul was supposed to say, you will be exposed to danger soon. Because you are not relevant. God is happy when you are protecting humanity. Go and look. Go and check other African countries. They have woken. Wapa is over. Bolu. People have woken. There is a way God that designated so many persons. This is a Dr. Mumbi Saraki of I think that lady is from Kenya. Go and see what that lady is doing. At times I do some certain video, even me on the walk in line with the same thing. Mama, we don't talk. I don't watch this video to do video. I don't look at anybody to speak. If the God Master have not spoken to me, I don't come here after 40 messages. People are speaking out. What my can? Put myself online. With video for nobody, but not surrounding me. What about if I was taken away that day? That's how you are going. Anyone you are wishing you think evil today, what you wish me will follow you. You are wishing me evil, it will follow you. Mema wo dian wu mema wo kan wu. O ma no we ni me wo to ra kawe mi me. E baba odugbo me la wo pe ma me o pe ma me ni yagbe. This is how martivism goes. Martivism does not consist of forming. It's a little bit traditional and local. But always give me latitude. Either geographical latitude or biblical latitude to buttress my point. You will vividly understand what I'm talking about. There are other freedom fighters with distinctions. I appreciate them. But you get the way me take day. You get the way God take place me. That's why I do it universal. I'm not talking about Tafawa Balewa. I have no time to go and talk about that right now. I think I was supposed to talk about Brafan the other day. People that supported the how Brafa become like this and all of order. Then our God of House is still giving me message. Or TV with Besiva. The Igbos, they are my brothers. The Yoruba, they are my brothers. The good Fulani, they are my brothers. The good Hausa, they are my brothers. My association is biracial association. We don't discriminate. If you are mine, you look and watch, come. But don't make yourself become a demon. The God of ancestors, see, I'm with demon. You said I was supposed to be on top, because you are not demonic. Please arrange. Everybody should take care of this ourselves, so that you don't allow all the people that see spirit to come and see your spirit and start selling you different mission. The lady was sharing with me. She's very powerful, very, very powerful. Do you know, as we speak, there are powers that are fighting her. They want to start sending her on deadly missions. True to God, there are powers that are fighting her. What is not in her mind, they will start putting it there, showing her money. She's refusing it. A lot of girls today now, they are not sending you to go and meet boys. No, you are contaminated life here. Someone told me one time how a girl was sent on an errand from demonic world. She told that girl, don't go and meet that boy. So don't make yourself an agent. Try as you can. King Solomon says, guard your heart with all diligences. In the book of Proverbs 4 verse 23. He said, guard your heart with all diligence. Whatever it is, guard it. Don't let evil pollute your heart. I've never one day come here. I scorned this very lady the other day. Could you know a message was sent to me to start laying curse on women? A message from God. I was told the message today. I don't lie. I just corrected an impression. I was asking myself a question. Man, can you tell me, or when you think this is what God has said? I say, where say ye? Because I corrected the lady the other day. Maybe I may not like woman. It may also be do murder. It may be that we are going to be the same place tomorrow. Why don't lake up? Because every day to say every word that come out from my mouth is anointed. That's the meaning. It's not just honorary giving. I don't just give insults. It's not to your saloba only give onyanga with pains and bitterness and what is coming. That was why I said, guys, don't stop it. God told me to tell you. The God of Pastor William, stop it. And this means that value. I care for women more than the men. I don't know why. Or mommy, where maybe I support them for evil. I cherish all my female friends. I cherish all of them. No of my female friends make bunu yeni. Call you know. A mommy is good after. At times, yes, so at email. No, you need to see the onion. I call some people just my mother, not because I needed something from you. It's a sign of respect. Now I was not taking after the message was delivered to me. Okay, yes. Let me see what I do about it. Because of this very woman, I corrected the other day. Maybe there is something the God of Idu want to use that to do tomorrow. New thing. Don't go and deform that woman's life because really, I was speaking that day from bitterness. Why will you keep on cutting my video? What's your problem? On I get so years on that. The video man use me to teach. Teach better thing. Why are you lying where a stranger making? My father owns the land. My father owns the land. If you go to make the land belongs to my father, why must you not be lying? Say with fact. They boys just say, yeah, give me. Whenever we go out and say, but anyway, just say, yeah, correct me. Then why are you lying? Then I grew the anointing. I said something. A message was sent and delivered to me today. Stop it. And I've stopped it by the grace of God. Or my when you get a bonnet, be an hero, man, who are intellectuals or we stop causing the women. The God of ancestors, I'm sorry if I made the mistakes. But try to revenge or react to stimuli. I've been retreated again. Bring it on. Insult me more. You have no problem. The more you insult me, the more your blessing increase. But don't become a demon. If you made yourself a demon, you are going to regret it. Okay, demon, just become who you are. I'm ready to work and let's take back our land. That's it. So good, everyone. God bless you. I'm not going to be having any other name to that name today. Please reach me through Uduhueme. Reach me tonight through Uduhueme, please. Our telephone number +34631056284. Our telephone number +34631056284. 056284. Our telephone number +34 631 056284. That's our telephone number. Please follow us on the Donation Steel. Follow us on New World Construction. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, also our old YouTube channel, IRCP TV. We are doing all these things for the sake of God. I think have I said today's date before? Today's date is 3rd of June. Saturday, 3rd of June, 2023. So do have a nice day, everyone. So I remain with the please. I may be a little bit arrogant. Don't watch my video from the arrogancy aspect of it. Watch it from a perspective. What is this guy trying to bring on the table? Go and know you. If at all you have changed your name before, we are maybe, but go and start bearing your ancestral name. You can call me again and say, Chairman, use this name to store my name. Oh. I will store it. All the Janet Jackson, Monica Lewinsky, Zelensky can change it. You can change it. No soothsayer told me, say, Newton, bear this name. Everything I've been, it has been like that. All entitlement I've given to myself, not to feel myself big. It is according to the battle we are fighting. Because God knows I'm going to get tougher one day. That's why. It's a name we use. We are talking about our enemy. That we are not afraid of them. Let them bring it on. On you do. Where we make one do. I pray we see in jungle. I pray we see in jungle. In this part of Europe. I pray we see jungle in this part of Europe. I will just press the button. You'll be arrested. Where you get got may you go raw, may you waro. No one or babana. But the name you build area now. So please let's take it easy. Go and look for who you are. Go and look for your true identity. Your true identity is your real you. All these name in Madra Biena. No, Newton, not by Lewinsky, not by. Please go and look for your ancestral name. Blessing accompanying that ancestral name. You may be led, it does not mean we are not preaching again. The battle of Magwankan. When we are saying led, use led, there are people. I have a man, I think, of Yemen now. I call him a father. He's in the other side of Spain. He have that me 50 euro. Say Newton matter what name in Vedua. Or we will let Binu Wahin Boyen. We are friends today. You must not have to support your father. Even the people supporting these people today to start insulting Obaseki again because he changed Emowaa to become Mowaa. They are even with children. They don't know they are beating their father and their mother. They think it is rosy. What me when I'm working again? You think our God is very slow in anger. Go and read the book of Numbers 14, I think verse 18. He visits the sin of the iniquity of the children up to the 4th generation. Our God is very slow. That's why you are seeing yourself that you can still make up and fry your head and wear earring. You can be dead among the living to become an empty vessel made the largest noise. Uma useful, mambale para nada, nobale para pena. Tu es uno como uno conejo pequeño, uno perro, uno wara. That you don't do that. You are so esa viviendo sin vida. You are just living without life. Not in espíritu de santo. You don't have a spirit. Esa para ahí para allá. Como uno abole. Cada viento que viene mueve. That's who you are. You feel agony. Then your building deceiving you. You think the bigger your building, the bigger your life. Please, what is coming in this world? Go and intensify your head. Reconnect yourself to the God of your ancestors on time. Your ancestors are mwegbene. Ancestors are mwegbene. They are waiting for you to rise up as a son. My father also know your father. I say, my father and your father, they know each other. They may be having meeting tonight. My father and your father may be angry. That's why I couldn't revenge over what you are doing. Not that I'm afraid of you. My father and your father, that's why I couldn't revenge over what you are doing. I'm not afraid of anybody. You should know that now. So do have a nice day, everyone. Till I come across your way again. This will do good. Ciao, bye.
Now we don't hear from Comrade Newton. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.